Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be unboxing and testing out this 65-inch Samsung S95C OLED. Now I'm going to start off this video with a great deal for you guys. Because I like to help you out, I've teamed up with Peter Tyson, who have kindly sent me over this TV for testing. Now what they've done, they've arranged for an exclusive discount for you guys. Now, what does this discount give you? Now, let me first start off by saying, if you go and buy this TV from them, currently at the moment, they are giving you £100 off this TV when you add it to the basket. That discount is automatically applied. But if you use my exclusive discount, you will get an extra £100 off if you use the code TG100. So you're going to get 200 quid off at the checkout. But if that wasn't enough, there's even more great reasons to buy this TV from Peter Tyson. So at the moment, you're going to get a 5-year warranty with this from Samsung. You're going to get free delivery. There's also the option of 36 months interest-free credit. You can redeem 6 months Disney Plus for free. And Samsung are also doing a deal where you can claim up to £300 cash back. So do yourself a favour and use my discount code to save yourself some money. You're also supporting the channel, and it means that Peter Tyson are also more likely to send me more TVs, which means I can do more reviews like this for you guys. So thanks very much again to Peter Tyson. Right, moving on then, and the way that we're going to do this video is that we're going to get the TV out of the box. We're going to take a look around the back at all the inputs and outputs. We're then going to look at all the supplied accessories and then get that TV wall mounted. Once I've done that, I'm going to get the TV set up. Going to take a look at the menus, take a look at the picture and see what the sound quality is like. Okie dokie, let's crack on then and first take a look around the outside of the box. Not a lot going on here, if I'm being totally honest. It looks a bit boring. All we have is OLED S95C 65-inch, 163 centimeters, and then we have our energy ratings there, which are both an F. Looking at the top of the box, got a few things going on there, nothing really important. I'd say the most standout one is Alexa built in. Right, next up, and as per usual, we're going to take some measurements of the box. Reason for this is, if you want to buy one in person from a shop or something, you want to put it in the back of the car, you want to know if it fits, or maybe you just want to store the box somewhere. So we're going to start off then by taking the longest measurement first, and that comes in at 161 centimeters, or that's 63 and just over ¼ inches. Next up, we're going to look at the depth, and that comes in at just under 17 centimeters, or 6 3/4 inches. And finally, we're going to take the height measurement, and that comes in at approximately 93 centimeters, or 36 3/4 inches. Right, time to get this thing unboxed then. So got the scissors at hand, a couple of straps. Let's cut through them, and well, that's it. There's no tape or anything like that, no staples. So we've got a few things in the top here, and we will remove these out. So, oh, didn't realise that. Looks like it actually comes with a one connect box. I thought the inputs and outputs would be on the back of the TV. Well, little did I know that it would have that instead. Looks like we've got something to do there with the stand, pretty weighty. So I'm guessing that is that. Some instructions there, some other little bits and bobs. 2023 new OLED, and then we have an accessory pack. Right, next we've got a bit of polystyrene, so I'll just lift that out gently, set that off to one side, and if you come in close, we get a sneak peek of this bad boy. There we go. Oh, and it looks like it's black. Very nice indeed. Oh, it's like the base of the stand, proper weighty. What's that you got there? Is that heavy as well? Yeah, fair play. So seems like, oh yeah, it's like a bulletproof vest that. There we go, got there in it. Right, now that we got the TV out of the box, let's take a look around the back. Now obviously, as I said earlier, we've got no proper inputs and outputs as such, but we do have in the center here the connection for the One Connect box, which I'll show you the cable for in just a minute. But also we have a slot there for USB 2.0. Moving up from that, and we do have mounting holes just there and below. That's going to be if you want to use your own wall mounting brackets, but also we've got some on either side as well. Moving down, and as we can see, these look absolutely beautiful. I'm guessing, as you can see, these will be our speakers, I guess. So a nice arrangement going on there, and we have the same on the other side. Yeah, it looks very nice. Not that you're going to see them round the back if you've got it on the wall, but yeah, nicely integrated there. And then following on from that, we have what looks like the area that you're going to mount your stand to. Now, if we go all the way down to the bottom, we do have a little button. Now that's going to be used for accessing the menus and changing stuff if you do lose that remote control, or maybe you just closer to the TV and don't require the remote, well, you can use that button instead. Okie dokie, let's now take a look at the supplied accessories. So first off, we're going to start looking at the components for the stand. Now I've got to say it, this is some weighty gear going on here. Other stands I've looked at in the past, a bit flimsy and that, but to be fair, this one from Samsung is solid. I mean, just listen to this. That is a hefty bit of metal. So yeah, got a couple of pads there on the bottom. Don't know what part of it is, but you know, I'm guessing it's all part of it. Then we have the main piece of the stand. So we got a bit that was taped on. Thought I broke it then for a second. Again, the weight on that is proper heavy. So yeah, fair play. They're not cheaping out here. Got another component going on. There we go. Looks like that's the bit that will go in the back of the TV. Again, nice and weighty. Then we come to a very lightweight piece. Looks like a plastic cover. So yeah, we'll set that off to one side. I'll tell you what, next we will take a look at this One Connect box. So if you're not in the know, what this is basically a box that houses all your inputs and outputs. Now, instead of having them on the back of the TV, what you have is this, and then we have a One Connect cable, which I'll show you in a minute, which then connects to the TV. It's very thin, and yeah, that is it. As it says, it's a One Connect cable. So then all your audio, video, power, everything is fed by that to the TV. So we have a power input just there. Moving around the back, I don't know how well you can see this, but we have an input there for LAN cable, optical digital. Then we have our antenna and aerial cables, common interface, couple of USBs. Then we have 4 HDMIs. Number 3, as we can see just there, is eARC, and it's marked up for, I'm guessing that's a gaming console, little console controller there. Then we have another USB, and finally we have a connection for the One Connect cable. Now, according to Samsung, all 4 of these are good for 4K 144 Hz. So you're going to be all set up when it comes to gaming. Right, so first starting off then, looks like we have, yep, the One Connect cables. I say cables, there are 2. So if we take a look at this, we've got little protective caps over the end, and that is the thickness of the cable. Pretty good considering it does the power, the audio, the visuals. So yeah, I'll measure that in just a second. And then we have this shorter one as well. So I'm guessing that's one if you're wall mounting it, and that one if you're putting it on a stand. Right, so just measuring it, and that One Connect cable comes in at just under 2.5 meters. Moving along then, and next up we have some instructions. Following on from that, and have a little packet of some plastic bits just there. Maybe looks like cable tidies or something like that. And then our power cable for the One Connect box. So obviously this into your wall, plugs into the One Connect box, and the One Connect box connects via the One Connect cable to the TV. Hopefully you've got that, and I'll be showing you that in a bit anyway. But what we will do is measure this, because it's no good if it's a short cable. And that comes in at just over 150 centimeters. Moving along again, and we have a couple of AAA batteries. Then we get to the remotes. Now this is where it gets interesting. So 1 pack of batteries, but we have 2 remote controls. So first off, let me show you this one. So this is like your Bogo cheapo Samsung remote. We've all seen these before. Got some shortcuts on there for like Netflix, Disney Plus, so on and so forth. So yeah, a simple remote control for all. But now we come on to this remote, and look at it, it is dinky. Well, why have we got only one set of batteries? Because those will go in there. What about this one? Well, it is solar powered. So yeah, you can charge this up with the sun. And also, if I just pull that out there, you can also charge it via a cable. That is great. No need for batteries. All remotes should be like that. Let's face it, they don't draw a lot of power. And batteries, you know, they ain't great for the environment. And I think for most people, it's a bit of a pain in the backside when the remote goes flat and you've got to go digging for those drawers for some, or the kids' toys. But yeah, nice slim remote, quite lightweight, like a matte finish on that, and some simplified buttons as well. Again, we have some shortcuts. So yeah, could be fun having two remotes. Your missus has got one, she's watching the soaps, you come along, no, I ain't having that. Bang that off, get the footy on. But then again, it works the other way as well. You know, you're watching the footy, she comes on. Nah, it's the soaps, mate. I ain't getting involved in that argument. You'll have to sort that one out. Okie dokie, we're now preparing the TV to go up on the wall. So I've already attached my wall mounting brackets and I've measured the distance between the mounting holes. And they are, if you're interested, 40 centimeters on the width there, and on the height we are looking at 30 centimeters. Now the next thing that we need to do is connect our One Connect cable. So we're going to remove that little cap, and as you can see, well, the other one's just dropped off, that's convenient. So yeah, you can see the pins just there, and simply going to line it up. So just push it in like so. Right, now that the TV is up on the wall, it's time to connect up the One Connect box. So first up then, we're going to get our One Connect cable and simply connect it into the One Connect port, like so. Now we've got the power cable, simply just slot that in to the side like that. You can route that power cable through there as well. I'm going to just pop this on the top of this amplifier. Now don't worry, that amp is not going to be used, so don't be coming through in the comments section saying that I'm going to overheat my amplifier. Need some speakers, so if you guys shout loud enough in the comments section, hopefully Peter Tyson will hook me up with some that I can review and yeah, test out. All we got to do now is plug that into the mains and we are ready to go. Now we come to one of my favourite parts of a TV unboxing, and I know it's one of yours as well, and that is the protective film peel. So as we can see, we've got a little tab just there, no tab on that end, so we're going to peel from this end. Oh, I think I need to tighten up that bracket a bit there. Ooh, nice. Down the side, best bit. Lovely jubbly. Right, so the TV's hooked up, we've got power, we've got an LED indicator just down there, so we're going to grab our remote control and turn it on for the very first time. Click from the One Connect box, and there we go, the Samsung and OLED logo. Right, so we've got two options to choose from here. So it says two simple options. How would you like to get started? Choose one. So we can set up this TV using a smartphone or the remote control. And I'm going to use the remote control and go ahead and set this TV up. So first up then, it says select your country or region. It says where are you watching your screen? I'm in the UK, so I'm going to click on next. Now it says to create a pin, so I'm going to put in a very basic pin for now. Confirming it again, and let's move on. Now it says all you need is the Samsung remote. Just plug in and turn on the devices you want to control with the smart remote. We'll take care of the rest. When you're ready, we'll move on to the next step. I've got nothing to plug in at the moment, so we're going to move on. Now it says connect to the entertainment you love. Choose your internet connection type. I'm going to go with Wi-Fi, so I'm going to select my router and put in the password. Now it says checking your wireless network connection. Now it says successful, your TV is connected to the internet. Now we've got to sign our life away. I'm just going to agree to everything because it's simple for me and click on OK. Now the TV is checking for updates, and this is where it might get pretty scary because previously when I tested out a Samsung OLED, It was good to start with, then there was an update, and then it wasn't so good. But you know, I've got to be honest, I've got to put in the latest software to make sure that we're all up to date. And, you know, many people will do this. So I'm going to update the TV if it asks me to do so. So it's now downloading and yeah, it's given us a time there. I've got super fast internet, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long. And there you go, we are all set up. Now, I just stepped out of the room for a second whilst that software update was installing. Come back in, seems like it's already been done because it was at the next step and it was asking to enter your service provider, which was basically just my postcode. Picked up the remote, went to enter it before I even had a chance, then brought me to the home menu. So yeah, looks like we are complete. Okie dokie, let's first start off then by taking a look at some of the menus. And as I said, this is the home menu. So as we can see, starting off at the top here, we got a bit of advertisement going on for Samsung TV Plus. Now, this is a free service, free TV. Yeah, I recommend it. It's not bad. Got it on my TV in the bedroom. Moving down from that, and then we have our apps. Now we've got an app store just there, and I am in the UK, so it will be different depending on where you are in the world to what pre-installed apps you may get. So we've got Samsung TV Plus there, Netflix, Prime Video, ITV Player, Disney Plus, ITVX, Apple TV, YouTube, Now TV, Channel 4, Raccoon TV. We've got Alexa there, Samsung Health. So yeah, we do seem to have a good selection. Don't seem to have 5 already on there, which, oh no, there it is at the end. Sorry, my bad there. So yeah, we seem to have all the family favourites for the UK catch-up services, which is great news. Moving down from that, and then we have recent. Just went on YouTube quickly and signed in. So yeah, that's why it's there. On now, so it's recommending stuff. Then we've got family favourites there, new and trending, top series, and yeah, it goes on. We've got movies there, Samsung TV Plus, Prime Video, BBC iPlayer, and it goes on and on and on and on, and a little bit too far on for my liking. Just a little bit OTT. Now, if we scroll over to the side, we've got a few options here. So we've got search, we've got ambient. Now, if I just quickly fire into this, elevate your living space and experience beautiful designs, useful information, and much more. So let's just click on one of these. And there we go. We've got basically some like live wallpapers going on there. So yeah, blends in with the room. Looks quite nice on the wall. Looks a lot brighter on camera than it does in person. So yeah, you may like those. And of course you can change them up to different ones, and no doubt you can download others as well. Let's just quickly fire up another one, see if it's animated as well. And yeah, once again, we've got another animated one there. Right, backing out of ambient then, and we move down to game. So let's go into this. And got some advertisement there. Can't stand all this advertising. Don't like it. I think it's wrong. Let me know in the comments section what you think. You know, you pay top dollar for these sort of TVs. And yeah, I don't think you should be bombarded with advertisement stuff. Do you know what I mean? Moving across, so we've got some stuff here. Getting started, how to access games, pair and game controller, additional features. Then we have apps there and devices. So a few apps there. As you can see, Xbox, Luna, NVIDIA GeForce Now. Yeah, all good stuff. Popular games as well. Browse by genre. Recommended stuff there for the Xbox. Yeah, lots of stuff. Once again, seems to be quite heavy on it though, if I'm being totally honest. Just keeps on going and going and going and going. Right, back in that again, and then we have media, which is the homepage, which we've already seen. Then we have connected devices. And then finally we get down to settings. Now these are our quick settings basically. So we've got multi-view just there, our TV speakers, sleep timer, energy saving, picture modes there, picture setup, Bluetooth, and sound modes as well. And then also the Wi-Fi, intelligent modes, game mode there, power and energy saving, and subtitles, so on and so forth. So yeah, lots of them there. Once again, probably a bit too many, but you can edit that list. So yeah, you may want to actually size that down a bit. Next up, we're going to take a look at the main settings. So grabbing the remote and pressing on the dedicated settings button on the cheapo remote this is now. And first off, we've got our picture mode. So as we can see there, we've got an option of standard, dynamic, eco, movie, and filmmaker mode. And this is obviously whilst I'm using the YouTube app. So backing out of that, and then we've got our expert settings. So in here we can control the brightness, contrast, sharpness, color, tint, apply to all sources, picture clarity settings, contrast enhancer, so on and so forth. Backing out of that, then we've got our sound options there. So sound output, so we can choose like TV speakers, a receiver via optical there, or Bluetooth. Then we've got our sound modes, standard and amplify, and then also our expert settings just there. So if I quickly just flick through that, you guys can see exactly what's going on. Backing out of that, once again, then we have our connection settings. So we've got network, Bluetooth again, that sort of stuff, and Apple AirPlay settings at the bottom. Then we've got our broadcast settings. So this is if you want to plug in an aerial and tune your TV in, you can do that there. Then we have our general and privacy. So we've got accessibility there. I'll quickly just go into this. Not a lot of people are interested in the accessibility settings. So again, I'll just quickly flick down through those. There we go, you can see what is there. Not going to list it all out, but yeah, we've got intelligence settings there as well. So we could turn on that intelligent mode and we get the adaptive picture, eye comfort, active voice amplifier, adaptive sound plus, adaptive volume. So yeah, quite a bit going on. System manager there as well, and power and energy saving. You may want to go into that as well and tinker about because sometimes these TVs a little bit nerfed out of the box because, you know, with all the eco settings and all that sort of stuff that they've got to put out there as standard. And then you come down to your support. Now you're going to want to probably know about this because this is where you can do your software updates, or maybe not. And as we can see, the current software version on this TV is 1310. So if I just click on that, we've got update now and auto update. And at this moment in time, I'm actually going to switch that off. I know I've just done the update, but now if an update comes through, I want to know exactly what that version number is so I can check it out and pass the information on to you guys. Now, there's one set of settings I'm sure you guys will be interested in, which is again under general and privacy, and that is panel care. So this is going to be very useful being an OLED TV. So we have pixel shift there because it's going to move that image around so you don't have screen burn, or hopefully prevent against it. Adjust logo brightness, again another handy feature, and the pixel refresh. So if we go into that, so we could run that manually if we see anything on the screen that looks a bit iffy. Moving on now, and something that I thought I'd just show you guys is the screensaver on this TV. So being an OLED TV, you don't want a static image on there for too long. And say with an LG TV that many of you have seen me test out before, when it goes into the standby mode, we got little fireworks going off. But on this Samsung, we get these different coloured sort of lines going across there. So we've got yellow going on. Not the most exciting screensaver, but I thought I'd show you it anyway, so you know exactly what it is. Right, next up, let's take a look at the image. And wow, it is bright. So this is a piece of my own standard dynamic range footage, and yeah, it's looking good. Now, if I just quickly get up the settings, you can see we're in the standard mode there, and the brightness is set at 40. So yeah, backing out of that, and it does look very nice indeed. If I just move around a little bit, so you can get a better idea of what it's like. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do something that many people will probably cringe at, and that is put it into the dynamic mode. So we should see a massive increase in brightness now. So if I turn that up, wow, yeah. And it says it may increase the power consumption. Yeah, I can see why. Now it's probably not coming across on camera as well as it does in person. Again, on camera it's just blowing out, but it is super bright. And you know, that's what we want from OLEDs these days. As I said in a previous video about another OLED TV, you know, OLEDs a few years ago, they wasn't the brightest TVs around, but now the manufacturers are really pushing the brightness levels on these top of the range OLED TVs. And yeah, it does look impressive, to be fair. Whether it's as good as the LG G3, I'm not so sure. I think the image may be not so clean looking, if I'm being totally honest, but I've not had a chance to actually set this TV up properly yet. But yeah, I'd say out of the box, At this initial stage, I'd say maybe the LG G3, which I also own, looks maybe a little bit clearer. Okie dokie, moving on to some 4K HDR footage now then. And once again, it is my own footage. If you want to go and check it out, I'll put a link to it in the description. It's of the Blackpool Illuminations, actually shot by my new missus. She's done a great job with that. So yeah, fair play to her for doing that for me. And again, looking very nice indeed. Probably not coming across on camera once again as it does in person, but take my word for it, it does look very impressive. And once again, we are just in the standard HDR mode at the moment. But if I go to dynamic, wow. Again, we've got to agree to that it's going to munch on the power consumption there. Yeah, that is super bright. I mean, I need a pair of sunglasses to watch this bit of footage. Sorry there is no sound, but there was music playing. I got a copyright claim on that, so I don't want that to happen a second time. But yeah, that is looking very impressive indeed. Okie dokie, another piece of my own 4K HDR material. And wow, again, super, super bright. It is crazy how the manufacturers are pushing the brightness levels of these OLEDs. Once again, it's just blowing out on camera. If I was to adjust that now, the room would just darken down and the camera's trying to compensate for that bright image. So yeah, this, as much as it looks blown out, is just the best way to show how bright it is actually going. Colours look really, really nice, proper popping. I am actually gonna dull that down actually so you can see those colours a little bit better. You're going to lose a bit of the brightness there, but yeah, wow. Oh yeah, that looks gorgeous, that does. Really, really nice. Again, it looks quite muted on the camera there when it comes to the brightness, but in person, that is popping. So if you are after a bright OLED TV at a reasonable price, then this could be the OLED TV for you. Now let's take a look at the design of this TV, because with a premium TV, you want a premium look too. So let's move around to the side and take a look in closer detail. So as we can see, we do have that black edging going on there, which I think does look very nice indeed. Other years I've seen, silver going on, but I do like that. I think it fits in very well with the black borders there going on. And if we just go around the back, we can see actually how thin it really is on this wall. Check that out, that's nice. And not only is it thin at the top, it's thin all the way down to the bottom. As we know that some OLEDs are thicker at the bottom than they are at the top, but this is the same from top to bottom, and I think that is a stunning look. Even with this wall mount that I've got, which is just a universal one, it still gives it a nice look, I feel. Now move around to the front, and as I said, we've got those nice thin borders just there. You don't want big fat chunky ones. Stepping back a bit, yeah, looks nice like that, apart from one thing. Now, I know some people will say I'm nitpicking a bit here, but other people have agreed with me. Now, we've got this little notch here at the bottom. This is where we've got that button that I showed you guys earlier, and it does have the Samsung logo just there. Personally, I prefer it dead in the center. I like things to be symmetrical, and whilst it isn't blatantly obvious, it is still there, and I don't know why it is set off to one side. Put it in the middle, personally think it looks a lot better. But apart from that, overall, I think it is a beautiful looking TV. Now I've just quickly fired up my Xbox Series X because I want to quickly touch on gaming, because I know there's a lot of gamers out there, so I know there's going to be a lot of interest in it. Now, one thing that I do like is as soon as I hooked up the Xbox Series X and turned it on, and we actually get the Xbox Series X/S logo come up, which I think is a nice touch, not just the writing. Now what I've done, I've come into the general TV and display options on the Xbox Series X. Now I could use my actual Xbox controller to navigate through these menus, but I can actually use the remote control as well. Just check that out. That is pretty handy. Now what I'm going to do is go over to 4K TV details. So let's click on that and we'll see what this TV does or doesn't do. So as we can see just there, it does say your TV supports 4K UHD at 120 Hz. Down below, it does say though in red, your TV setup doesn't support Dolby Vision for gaming, which is a shame. As many people may or may not know, these Samsung TVs do not support Dolby Vision, which is a real shame. Now, if we just scroll down, it says watching movies and TV. Your TV setup doesn't support Dolby Vision. So yeah, personally, I think I would prefer if Samsung went down the route of just coughing up a few extra quid and paying for the Dolby Vision. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Now, as you've probably just seen, I've fired up the PlayStation 5 and it did come up at the top of the screen saying game mode on. So it automatically recognised that PlayStation 5. Okie dokie, we've now got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 loaded up. Got my daughter playing this for me now. She's never played it before, so good luck, Gemma there. Anyway, cracking on. Now, because the TV did recognise the PlayStation straight away, means we've got auto low latency mode, which means we're going to get the lowest latency possible. And this TV also supports FreeSync Premium Pro. Now what I've done, I've hooked up the small remote to the TV now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to press down on the play pause button for a long press. And then we get up this game bar. So this gives us loads of information such as game pitch mode there, and which we can change up to whatever we want directly from this. Screen ratio, minimap zoom, game motion plus, game mode settings, virtual aim point, TV output, help guide. Now at the bottom as well, as you can see, it says input lag, fastest, gives us our resolution, our frames per second. It says that HDR is currently on and VRR is on. I love this. I think these are great features for TVs these days. So many gamers out there are using TVs now because they are just getting better and better. Some people choosing to have them over gaming monitors. And yeah, I think it's a nice one-stop shop for all the information that you need and jump into all those vital settings that you're going to need for playing the games. And hopefully I'll be doing a dedicated video with this TV and gaming where we look further into those features. Now, whilst we've got this game playing, I think it'd be rude if we didn't test out what the sound quality is like on this TV. So if I just grab my remote control and let's just turn it up a little bit. So let's put it up halfway. So I'm going to quickly take over because my daughter's struggling a little bit. Throw a grenade there. And yeah, not too bad at all. Now let's just see how loud this thing actually can go. So let's turn it up quite a bit then. Not going to go all the way to 100. Go on, Jem, fire that gun.
Where did you go?
Gotta say it. Don't sound quite as good when you turn it up loud, but it has got some good volume on it. And there you have it then, guys. Now, I just want to say a big thanks once again to Peter Tyson for sending over this TV for testing. And don't forget about that code if you do want to pick up one for yourselves. And I'll put a link to Peter Tyson in the description. Now, could you do me a massive favour? I've taken time out to make this video for you guys. All I ask is that you reach up and hit that thumbs up button if you have enjoyed this video. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, then also please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hopefully I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Bye for now.